Is it on? Hi everyone! Good morning! Thanks for being here on a Saturday morning, right? Probably was a little hard to get up today for me too, but yeah, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm very happy to be here today too, so yeah. And I'm going to talk about Germany today. That's where I was born and raised, like I already told you guys. And yeah, first before we start, a little bit about myself. Well, yeah, like I already said, I was born and raised in Germany. My mom is from Germany, but my dad is from America. So growing up, I spent a lot of time in Germany, but also in America. And we spoke German and English at home. I went to school in Germany most of the time, but then university, I also went to university in America, in San Diego, in California. And I was always interested in foreign languages and foreign countries. So growing up in Europe, it's very easy to travel. You can visit many different countries. And at school, I also learned different foreign languages. I was very interested. I learned French and Spanish, and then I wanted to learn something a little bit different, so I started learning Chinese as well. And then I actually went to China and lived there for a while. And then I decided to come to Korea. And now I've been in Korea for 2 years in Cheongju, and I really like it here. And yeah, that's everything about me. So let's start about Germany. Alright, so when you hear Germany, what comes to mind? Maybe a lot of people think about beer, right? German people love beer. They drink it every day. Yeah, which is true, probably. Yeah, we have a lot of beer. That's what people think about. Or maybe some people think about soccer, right? German soccer is very, very famous all over the world. Do you like German soccer, anybody? Nobody? Okay. Yeah. What else? Well, what else can we see? Sausages, right? German people eat a lot of sausages. Maybe you heard that before. There are a lot of sausages in Germany, that's true. Yeah, what else is there? What else can we see? Wine. Germany also makes a lot of wine. Not as famous as France, probably, but have a lot of wine as well. Yeah, so these are just some things that people think about when they hear Germany, right? But there's a lot more to Germany than just soccer and beer, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So first of all, where is Germany? Let's figure out where we are first so we get an idea. So we're here, right? We're in South Korea. We're in Asia. Is Germany in Asia too? No, right? Pretty far away. So Germany is in Europe. So about here. Pretty far away, right? Halfway around the world. So if you took an airplane and you wanted to go to Germany from Korea, how long do you think that would take? A direct airplane. Do you think it'd take like 2 hours? Probably not yet, right? Yeah?
10 hours.
10 hours? Yeah? More maybe? 15? 20? 12? Very good. Yeah. 12. Okay, so if we took an airplane, it would take about 12 hours. Sometimes 10 as well. Depends on the wind and stuff. Yeah, and it's 8,415 kilometers away from Korea. So that's very far away. Right? So now we figured out Germany is in Europe. But where in Europe? Europe is pretty big too. Has a lot of countries. Yeah, so where in Europe is Germany? Look at the map, maybe think about it for a second. Now let's see. Here, this is Germany. So Germany is in the middle of Europe. And Germany has 9 direct neighbors, so bordering 9 countries. So let's start listing the countries. Maybe someone can take a guess. So there's 9 right answers, right? So who wants to make a guess? What country borders Germany? Yes?
France.
France, very good. France, over here, right? This one. Okay, France. What else? There's 8 left. Just take a guess. Anybody?
Denmark.
Denmark, very good. Yeah. Denmark. What else? Maybe a little difficult.
Czech.
Yeah, Czech Republic. Very good. We have 3 already. Okay. Maybe someone in the back? I can see you.
Switzerland.
Sorry?
Switzerland.
Switzerland. Yes, perfect. Anything else? All right, I'll just show you. We already have a lot. Sorry, one more? No? Okay. All right, so we already said Denmark, right? So it's starting in the north, Denmark, and then Poland in the east. We already said Czech Republic. We heard Switzerland, Austria in the south, France, Belgium, Luxembourg, and Netherlands. So 9 countries bordering Germany. And what the great thing about Europe is, and also especially about Germany, because it is in the middle of Europe, it's very easy to travel around and get to other countries. So for example, when I was in university, I studied in the southern part. And one weekend we took the car and we just drove to France for like 3 hours, and we were in France and spent a weekend there. Or a lot of people also take the car and they drive down to Italy, especially in summer. They go down to the ocean, to the Mediterranean. It takes maybe about 8 hours, 9 hours. It's very, very easy to travel around. The borders are all open. You can just drive through. It's very nice. All right, so let's take an even closer look at Germany. Just like many other countries and also Korea, Germany has states. Germany has 16 states that you can see here in color. The biggest state is the orange one, you can see, Bayern or Bavaria. And maybe Bayern sounds familiar to some soccer fans, but I already asked you and there are not a lot of soccer fans here. So. But Bayern München, that's where they are from, and that's also where I'm from. Yeah, and you can also see Germany also has coasts in the north. So we have the North Sea and the East Sea. And Berlin is over here. That's the capital here. And yeah. So just like in any other country, there are a few stereotypes or things that people think how people are. In Germany as well, right? So for example, people in the north, we say they don't talk much. They're just quiet. Maybe a little bit boring. So as you can see in the north, there are a lot of animals here. We can see a pig, a cow, and a sheep. So the land is very flat there. So they just do a lot of farming. And maybe that's why they keep quiet and they're just more relaxed and enjoy their life. And that's why they probably don't talk much. Then the West. Yeah, the West likes to drink and party. And as you can see, there's a picture of wine. So that's where wine comes from in Germany, most of the wine. So people like to party there and drink, apparently. Then the middle of Germany, that's also where Frankfurt is, a very big city. And people say there are a lot of bankers there, and it's a little bit stiff. And people are maybe not so friendly. It's probably kind of a little bit like Seoul. It's a very big city, and people just, run around and don't really care about other people so much. And then the Southwest, so down here, this green area, people say people from there are very stingy. That means they don't like to spend money. They're very cheap. They don't want to spend money. They don't really like going out or spend a lot of money and stuff like that. And also they are very correct. So they like to keep to their rules and organize and all this kind of stuff. And well, with all stereotypes, there's always something true about them, right? So I think I agree a little bit with those things. Probably a little bit true. Okay. Yeah, we already talked a little bit about Berlin, so that's the capital. Berlin has 3.5 million people, a little bit. And if you think about Seoul, who knows how many people live in Seoul? Kind of. Over 10 million. Over 10 million people live in Seoul. And Berlin has 3.5 million, and that's also the biggest city in Germany. So compare that to Seoul. Seoul is much, much bigger than Berlin, but Berlin is our biggest city and capital. That's also where the government is, and where the president lives, and where a lot of history is, and all our government buildings, and all this kind of stuff. So let's take a look at Germany versus Korea. First off, the size. Now obviously Germany is red here and Korea is blue. Germany is 3.6 times bigger than South Korea. So that's a lot bigger. Right. And there are a lot more things that Germany and Korea actually have in common. I think out of all the countries in the world, Germany and Korea are the most alike. Now, why is that? I think a lot of it has to do with our history. Germany and Korea have a very similar history, right? If you think about that. So let's talk about that for a minute. Let's look at this picture. This is a picture from Berlin, from, well, not exactly 1945, but a little bit later. So a long time ago. And have you ever seen a picture like this before? Have you learned about that in school a little bit? Okay, so it's not really new. So after World War II, just like South Korea, Germany was divided, right? So Germany had East Germany and West Germany, right? Just like Korea has North Korea and South Korea, it was exactly the same thing. Also happened at exactly the same time. So that's a very, very similar thing that Korea and Germany share. And also something that changes the people and changes the society, the way people are and how they think and what they do. So that's why I think Korea and Germany are very similar today as well. So, and about the wall, well, you probably know, especially in Berlin, actually Berlin is located in East Germany. And because it is the capital, or it was the capital back then as well, it was divided, the city was divided as well. So it was a very special situation, and then East Germany decided to build the wall so that people couldn't cross anymore. And that's that. And so it kind of looked a little bit like this. So in Korea you have the same thing. Kind of if you look at the red one and then at the yellow part, that's kind of what Korea looks like, right? The north part and then the southern part. And Germany was divided like this. So Germany was divided into the red part from Russia and the Soviet Union, and then the other three parts were called the Allies. That was Great Britain, France, and America. And we were divided for 45 years. So if you can calculate, if you can count, when did Germany reunificate? It started in 1945, so plus 45 years, 1990, right? 1990, Germany became one country again, and has been ever since. So I was born in 1992, so I don't remember it as being two countries. It's just something that we learn in the history book, but I didn't grow up with it, you know, like you do, or like my parents did. So and that was a picture from 1990 when the country became one country again, and the wall came down, and everybody was, well, very happy because families were separated, and it was just not a very good situation. And then Germany was one country again, and everyone was crossing the border, and it was just a very happy moment. And then we moved on, and we were one country again. And then from that, Germany developed a lot of well-known brands, right? If you look at this, probably a lot of people know about that. And that's also something that Korea and Germany have kind of in common. Korea makes great cars as well, right? If you look at Hyundai and Kia, they're awesome cars. And Germany does that too, so that's what we share as well. So we have Volkswagen, Mercedes, Porsche, BMW, Audi. There's a few more. So that's something that also came about after, you know, the World War. Germany tried to build their economy and grow and become rich again, and so the car industry is something that came from that. And also one thing that Germany and Korea have in common, they like to drink. So Korea likes to drink soju, but beer too, right? But people in Germany don't drink soju, they usually drink beer. And we have a lot of beer, a lot of different types of beer. If you look at the picture, there's really yellow beer, light beer, dark beer, all kinds of beer. Every region in Germany has its own beer. Almost every town in Germany has its own beer. So that's how popular it is. And all the different kinds of beers are also, people drink them from special glasses. So you would drink, here the first one, Weizen, you would drink it out of a glass like that, or the Pilsner out of this glass. So it's very specific, right? So that's something we share as well. And something Germany is very famous for, soccer, or that's what German people really, really like, soccer, and they go very crazy for soccer, just like this guy. Especially during the World Cup, people go out and watch the game together, and are very proud of Germany during that time. So that's something that's very special. Yeah, maybe you've seen the World Cup, you know that. Okay. So then, where to go in Germany? What are some famous places? Probably one of the most famous things are its castles, right? Maybe you've seen this before. This is actually very close to where I live, like 40 minutes. And you can go here. This castle is called Neuschwanstein, and it's people say that Walt Disney took this castle as an example for the Disney castle. So if you watch a Disney movie, in the beginning you see the castle. This is kind of where the inspiration came from. And yeah, inside looks something like this. A lot of gold. And yeah, why does Germany have a lot of castles? Well, before Germany was one country, like 1800, until that time Germany was basically a bunch of little kingdoms. So it was not one country, but many, many different kingdoms with their own castles, with their own kings, and that's how the land was divided. But then later, it became one German kingdom, but before it was many, many different kingdoms. So that's why there are so many castles in Germany. Another thing that Germany is famous for are the mountains, especially the Alps in the south. Also a part where I'm from, very close. So people like to go there and hike, or if they're from the northern part, they like to go down and have a vacation there. And it's just something that is very famous for Germany. And a lot of tourists go there as well. The mountains are very, very high. And they're also great, or they're also on many lakes at the mountains, and people like to go there. It's very, very green. There are a lot of forests. Also because in Germany, people don't live very close to each other. So the population density, how many people live in one space, is not very dense. So it's more spread out. So there's a lot more free land. So you can go someplace and there would be nobody else, just you. And the mountains are also great for winter sports, skiing, snowboarding, all kinds of winter sports you can think of. You can do that in Germany as well. But then, if you go to the north, Germany also has beaches. So this is in Germany too. A lot of people only think of the mountains and the castles, but Germany also has beaches. And Germany also has a lot of big cities, such as this one. This is Frankfurt. Like I said before, that's where all the banks are, and the bankers, and the business, and the commercial hub of Germany. And it's also the only city where you can see skyscrapers, high buildings. That's the only place in Germany you can really find them. Other German cities are actually very flat, not a lot of tall buildings. So Frankfurt is kind of the only city with a skyline. This is Munich. This is very close to where I live. Also, I think that's the third largest city in Germany. It's a very, very big city. It has like 1.3 million people. It's actually not very big for Korea, right? But very big for Germany. And also a lot of interesting architecture, a lot of stuff to see, churches, the orange roofs on the houses. That's kind of where that comes from. Another big city is Hamburg. That's the second largest city, and it's also a port city. So that's where a lot of ships come in from all over the world and bring goods and take goods and ship them everywhere, and that's where business is going on. So that's Hamburg. And Germany has a lot of different architecture. So this is one example. Very, very ornate houses, a lot of details and stuff like this. Or these kind of houses are very common, especially in the southern part of Germany. If you go to a city in an old town, you can still see cities like this. So that's kind of, if you go to Seoul, Bukchon, like the Hanok. So that's the German Hanok, kind of. Yeah. And then very, very unique also, like the orange roofs and the tall churches. That's also very typical for Germany. And a lot of people go to Germany to see that. And another thing that's very unique about Germany are the different festivals and the culture, the customs. So that's one example. Who knows what this is?
Oktoberfest.
Yes, very good. That's Oktoberfest. And do you know where Oktoberfest is? What city? Munich. München. That's where Oktoberfest is every year. And Oktoberfest is not in October. It's in September. Yeah. So that's what people do. They go to Oktoberfest, they drink beer. And it actually came from a long time ago where kings, there was a wedding between a prince and a princess, and then they had this huge party. And then they repeated that party every year, and that's how Oktoberfest came about. So from a wedding. And that's what it looks like. So people go there, have fun, drink beer, they dress up in traditional clothing. But it's not only German people who go there, there's millions and millions of people from all over the world who go to Oktoberfest. So if you go there, you will find people from Italy, from Australia, probably from Korea, from everywhere. And this is what it looks like. So there are a lot of people there. And there are a lot of different tents, and every tent is owned by a different brewery. So a different beer brand has its own tent. And then you go there and then you drink that beer from that specific brand. And it's very hard to get into a tent too. You need to be very early, you need to line up, there's a lot of people. But it's also a lot of fun. And if we go back real quick. How much do you think one beer like that costs at Oktoberfest? Take a guess. What do you think? 2 euros? 5 euros? 10 euros? Something like that, 10 euros. That's very expensive. 10 euros is like, 10,000 won? 12,000 won? For one beer at Oktoberfest. And every year the price gets higher too. Another very popular or famous custom or festival in Germany is Fasching or Carnival. So it's kind of like Halloween, but it's not in October, it's at the beginning of the year, so usually February. And all over Germany you see parades like this, people dress up in different costumes and walk around and have a lot of fun. Like you see outside, people get together and they dress up. Some costumes are traditional, so like these, the masks, and some are a little bit more crazy, so you see anything from Star Wars outfits to witches or anything. And actually this costume comes from a very long time ago, just to kind of get rid of all the bad spirits. So by wearing scary costumes, you get rid of bad spirits. So that's kind of what Halloween is too, but it's at a different time. Yeah, then some fun facts about Germany. Everything is closed on Sunday. So if you go out, for example, to Schiene, everything would be closed. Nothing would be open. No store, no restaurant, no cafe, usually. Why? Germany is very influenced by the church, by religion. So on Sunday, you should go to church. You should spend time with your family, just stay at home, relax, so kind of like that. It is changing though, more and more things are open on Sunday. But especially in the small towns and the villages, things are just closed. So that's something I really appreciate here. On Sunday I can go out and do something, or else I'd be bored at home. Yeah, another fun fact, it's bad luck to wish someone happy birthday in advance. I don't know if that's true in Korea as well. But if, let's say my birthday is tomorrow and I meet someone today and he's like, oh, happy birthday, I feel really strange. My birthday is tomorrow? Kind of bad luck? I don't know, is that in Korea the same? Doesn't matter? Okay, yeah, it gives me kind of a bad feeling. Alright, don't say that. Call me tomorrow. Yeah, then we already talked about Oktoberfest. It's not in October, it's in September, but it goes into October, but it starts in September. So, another fun fact, German almost became America's language. Not sure if you heard about that one before, but when they founded America, there were people from all over Europe, right, who went to America. And they had a vote deciding which language should be their language. And so, because of one vote, it became English, or else it would have been German. So think about it, how the world would have changed. If now America spoke English, we would probably all learn German. If they spoke German, we would all learn German in school maybe, right? Another thing, college education is free for everyone. So if you want to go to university, you don't have to pay. Everyone can just go. And by everyone, I mean everyone. So if you want to go to Germany and study, you can for free. It's not only for German people, it's for everyone, from everywhere. And also one thing, Germans are extremely punctual. So we like to keep to our time. And it's not very good to be late. Kind of gives people a bad feeling. You should actually arrive probably earlier, like 10 minutes earlier to somewhere. Would be good, just don't be late. Yeah, and visit Germany. That's what you should take away from this. do we still have time?
Yes, we still have time.
Okay, because I have something more. This was just a backup. Alright, so now, let's learn some German. This would be interesting. Alright, so a lot of people hear that German is very difficult. Maybe you heard that before? German, people say German is very, very hard. A lot of long words and weird pronunciation and all this kind of stuff. So, it's actually not true. German is actually pretty easy. So, I'm going to teach you some. And please, try to participate, okay? Alright, so we're going to start with the first word. Very, very easy. Donaudampfschifffahrtsgesellschaftskapitän. Would somebody like to try that? Donaudampfschifffahrtsgesellschaftskapitän. Okay, of course I'm just kidding. It is an actual word, but we're not going to start with that. There are a lot of long words in German, that's true, but nobody really uses them. Especially something like this. It means like some captain of a special ship. It's a word you would never use anyway, so yeah. Let's start easy. How do you say hello in German? Hallo. 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 Yeah, very good. Easy, right? Hello, hello, very simple. Hello. Now, if we say hello, we also need to say bye, right? We say tschüss. 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 Okay, and we can already see there are two very strange looking letters in this word, right? Look at the U and two dots. And then the last letter looks like a B, but we say S, right? What's up with that? So, the German alphabet is very similar to the English alphabet. We have all the same letters, A, B, C, all the same, but we add those four. So, we have the A and the two dots, and the O and the two dots, and the U and the two dots. And so, if we take the A with two dots, it's pronounced eh. Sorry. Eh. Very good. And the O, U, yeah, very good. Very good. And then the U, very good. U. Yeah, U. Very good. And then the last letter is S. It's called the sharp S. It's a very old letter. We don't really use it a lot anymore, but some words are still spelled with this letter. So just S. All right, let's go to level 2. Oh, actually, that's still level 1. That's just the numbers. Okay, how do we say 1, 2, 3? 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, very easy, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Easy, right? See, you know German, it's pretty easy. All right, let's look. This means, how are you? Wie geht's?
Wie geht's?
Wie geht's?
Wie geht's?
Wie geht's?
Wie geht's?
And then you can reply, gut. Gut. Wie geht's? Gut, like good, right? Very similar pronunciation. Gut. Ah, wie geht's? Gut. All right, now we have this S letter. As you can see, we learned about that. So it's pronounced S, right? So this means my name is. So we can say ich heiße Linda. Ich heiße, and then your name. Ich heiße. Ich heiße. My name is. Ich heiße Linda. All right, now this is level 2, or actually level 3. Let's see. All right, a few, words that I hear are a little bit hard to pronounce by foreigners. So let's see. This one's pronounced Eichhörnchen. 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 And it means squirrel. Squirrel. Squirrel at the park. Like the little squirrel climbing up the tree. Yeah, Eichhörnchen. Eichhörnchen. Alright, next one. See, the words are getting a little bit longer. Schlittschuhlaufen. Schlittschuhlaufen. That means ice skating. Ice skating. Schlittschuhlaufen. Very good. You're doing a very good job. Alright, let's try this one. 555. 555. Very good. One more time. 555. Okay, this means 555. So let's split up. 5 is 5. 5. 100 is 100. So 500, 500. And then 55 is 5 and 50. So that's how we count in German. We say 5 and 50 for 55. So 555. Yeah, you're doing a very good job. See? Yeah, and that was the last word. So I guess you passed your German test. That was very good. Good job. All right.